everybody out there? What's going on? This is Miho from the Too Close to Call cast, and this series is the Five for Fighting podcast.
Five for Fighting!
Hey, you guys get in the box. That's 5 minutes each because you guys were fighting. This one is our Around the NHL podcast, and pretty good timing on this end, Pags, because we are off to the second round in every series here in the NHL.
It's almost as if we timed it that way.
How about that timing? Excellent.
I think this playoff is just insane because it's like a grab bag of teams that you don't really see in this end of the playoffs, except for maybe Boston.
Dude, it just shows the difference between basketball and hockey when it comes to the postseason, because the Eastern Conference in basketball, the favorites, I think, went like 14-2 or something like that. And here are the favorites in the Eastern Conference and in the entire NHL. Most of them are currently at home, Pags.
Last night was the most insane of all because you had the Caps up 3-1 in the third period on the Hurricanes, and I turned the game off, and all of a sudden I wake up, double overtime, Carolina's moving on, the defending champs are sent home.
Yeah, that series was crazy, man. So we had the Capitals. They were the 1 seed coming out of that side, facing the wild card Carolina Hurricanes, and the home team won every game in that series up until Game 7, and it took 2 extra periods for the road team to take one, and the goal that went in, dude, was not a strong goal. So your reigning Stanley Cup champions will not repeat, and Carolina's going to advance, and they face the Islanders, who, as we mentioned last week, swept through the Pittsburgh Penguins. So the people from Long Island have to feel pretty good about themselves now that they got Carolina instead of Washington.
They get home ice now. It always works out well when you get something like that. Yeah, I was looking forward to the Islanders coach going against his old team, the team he had taken to the Stanley Cup last year and won it. But I always enjoy when Washington sports are depressed and sad.
Things are back to normal in Washington, D.C. with postseason disappointment raining back on them.
Yeah, then the other series, we had seen the Blue Jackets sweep the Lightning. They're taking on the Boston Bruins, who, with the Drake curse, took down the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, what the hell's Drake thinking when they're up 3-2 that he's going to start making appearances both at home and on the road? Like, come on, dude.
Why didn't you just go to the Raptors game where you knew they were going to win? I hope that shit continues going into the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, that's for sure. So Boston was actually the 2 there and the 2-3s. Favorited to win, I guess, based on seedings. I don't know if heads up that's how it went, but they're going to be the favorites over Columbus. So as of right now, your favorites would be Islanders-Bruins in the Eastern Conference Finals. Do you think that's how things are going to play out?
That's the way I see it. I think Columbus can make it a series, but I don't know, man. I just kind of think it's going to be Islanders-Bruins. Kind of makes me upset that the 2 teams that the Flyers were fighting with down the stretch for the playoffs are now in the second round.
I know, right? And part of me is kind of rooting for them now, though, because I'm like, listen, I really don't want Boston. So all of a sudden, I'm a Columbus Blue Jackets fan.
Dude, take this in your mind. Boston gets to the Stanley Cup. The Celtics fucking do what they do, get to the finals. We could have 4 in a row for Boston, and that would just make me sick to my stomach.
They're calling it the Boston Slam.
Oh, God, that would be terrible.
We'll see. Hey, it's not that far-fetched right now, that's for dang sure, but
no, it's not.
Hey, on the other side, too, the number 1 seeds in both of those series go down, and we'll start with the Dallas Stars upsetting the Nashville Predators in 6 games, which unfortunately has a little bit of a tie back to Philadelphia because since Nashville didn't win a round, that Wayne Simmons trade will only net us a 4th-round pick and not a 3rd-round pick coming back.
The Stars were in turmoil for most of this season. I know that Jamie Benn and a lot of the Stars weren't happy with how the organization was doing shit and with the coaching. And they seem to have turned it around. I was really surprised to see them even get into the playoffs, let alone win a series against the Predators.
Yeah, with the ownership calling out some players during the year, I don't think a lot of people had that. And the Stars are moving on to face the St. Louis Blues, who were in the 2-3 series. They beat the Winnipeg Jets 4-2.
Yeah.
So we're going to have ourselves the Dallas Stars and St. Louis Blues, Pags. I don't think that's been a series we've seen deep into the playoffs in quite a few years.
Yeah, the Blues, they're down 2-0 in Game 5 to the Jets in Winnipeg, and Braden Shen gets a goal, ex-Flyer, with the net coming off the hinges, and they called it a goal. They score again, tie it, and then with 2 seconds, they throw it in front of the net and score again, and that pretty much set that series up for the Blues to take it.
Unbelievable couple of bounces, right? And that's why all you need to do is
That's
get
hockey,
to the
man.
dance, man. Just get there in hockey, and everybody's got a chance. Throw it to the net. You can't score unless you shoot the damn puck. Let's see. In the other semifinal, we have the Calgary Flames going down to the second wild card. Unbelievable again, man. All the ones going down, and this one was a 4-1, so almost a sweep on this side too with the Avalanche, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, Pags, I probably could not name 2 players on the Avalanche right now.
Do they still have Anderson as the goalie? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I just remember playing NHL EA Sports game and just having Anderson. I just remember the Avalanche sucked, and I never wanted to be them.
Ever since Joe Sakic wasn't on that squad, I was just
ooh.
Another series down there that went 7 games. We had 3 series go 7 games in the first round, which is awesome because there's nothing better than a Game 7. And then 2 of those series, like we mentioned, Game 7s went into overtime. So the Capitals, double overtime. This one, I think it may have been double overtime as well. If not, San Jose went into Vegas, won Game 6, and then I think took Game 7 at home in overtime to move on. And you got yourselves Sharks Avalanche. That's a little bit of a throwback. That one we've seen before.
Yeah, well, the Sharks were in the finals 2-3 years ago, so I shouldn't say that they're all grab bag teams, but is this the year the Sharks finally get off the schneid and win one?
I sure as hell didn't think so, and I would still say no, but hey, man, crazier shit's happened here. At least crazier shit's already happened in this postseason.
It's insane, man. You can't even really predict these series because everything just goes the opposite way.
Right? Even though you can't predict them, I'm going to make you predict them here. So, who we getting in the Western Conference Finals? You taking Dallas or St. Louis?
I'll go with St. Louis going, and in the other one, I'll take the Sharks. So I'll have Blues Sharks Western Conference Finals.
There you go. And I'll go Dallas, Colorado, just to be completely different.
You bastard!
Yeah, man, I don't know. And I do think Boston probably advances. I'm rooting for Columbus, and I'm probably rooting for, I guess, the Islanders because Carolina's won a cup. I don't know. I don't really care, I guess.
Yeah. The Islanders won 4 in the 80s, so.
Yeah, we weren't around then, so that's the thing. It's like, that's fine. That's the 5 for Fighting podcast. Like we mentioned, the Stanley Cup already throwing us for a loop here as all 4 teams with the number 1 next to their name go down in the first round. So let's just say March Madness is here in the form of the Stanley Cup playoffs a month later.
Absolutely. Catch us on the Too Close to Call cast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're going to keep pumping this out throughout the NHL playoffs, our 5 for Fighting podcast. Be sure to share it to all your hockey friends out there and all those people that are wondering what's going on in the world of hockey. We got you covered. Talk to you guys soon, and we'll catch you next week for some semifinal checkups. Later.